I see Panyaza Lesufi as either the next deputy president or the chairman of the ANC. I see Gwede Mantashe as the next president of the ANC. He can drop our...
I don't think so, but anyway.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he can drop our petrol price to 14 Rand, which is what he's trying to do per litre in his current portfolio. You know, he's got a very strong constituency within the ANC and ANC branches. In fact, he swung the votes to Cyril's favor.
Isn't it him that discouraged our current president from resigning?
And when why did he save him? Why did he save him? He said, I'm saving you because I need you to help me become president at the next election.
Do you think he's got aspirations of becoming president?
Of course. Of course, he wants power. I've had these conversations with Minister Mantashe myself. You know, so...
What did he say?
Peace. That's what he said. I said he must also put us young guys in with fresh ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, no. We old heads, we got this. Nina hambad ni old gitanon. No, but he says I peace. That's what he said.
Sense of humor,
yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't a bad conversation because either way, I think David Maslobo, Deputy Minister David Maslobo also stepped in. Be like, no, don't take the old man, on his words so harshly. But he just means that there's a process, and you young guys need to be groomed into these leadership positions. And I feel like Premier Panyaza Lesufi has been groomed for these positions, and he's shown that he's willing to take a very strong stance when it comes to his convictions, his beliefs, and not allowing Chris Hani to be killed again. So that's happening. Where it comes to where Secretary General Fikile Mbalula is concerned, I mean, I don't see him actually having a constituency within the ANC like Gwede Mantashe has, and that's why. Yeah, that's why he's got...
She's finished. Can you please help me to go get her? Sure.
So I don't see him having that same constituency. One person who I'm seeing a lot more of in the media now that we're going to talk about also what's happening in Tshwane is your old-time business partner and now Secretary General of the Gauteng ANC as well, which is when I was an 8-year-old kid arguing with my uncle, he was chairman of the Gauteng ANC at the time, David Makura, which is currently Panyaza Lesufi's position. You know what I mean? So I understand how important or influential the Gauteng ANC is. And if he's already Secretary General of the Gauteng ANC, even with their 35% or whatever it is, 30-odd% of the vote in the province, they're still the leading party in the province, and they'll be wanting to stem the bleeding of votes, as well as consolidate some of the forces within the tripartite alliance along a certain ideological line. And you're seeing a lot more of those players starting to become more vocal. Sodimai Paila has come in and spoken about his objections to the GNU. Kosatu is starting to become more vocal right now. And the Gauteng ANC seems to be aligned with a certain slate within the ANC that is more on the left or favoring radical economic transformation. So I see them right now making all of these plays for that 2028 elective conference where Cyril will have to step down as president of the ANC and we'll have to see a new incoming president. I don't think that current deputy president of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, has got the fitness and the will to continue in that role. But I do see him stepping out of a role within the ANC top 7 as a way for him to trade a position with someone else who could be elevated to that position. And guess who I think that person could be?
Who?
Julius Malema.
How?
He can be brought back to the ANC. The constitution allows for it.
It does, but I don't think so.
Okay, outside of...
He already has a political party. I wouldn't think that he would rejoin the ANC, but he would use...
So would he be willing to be deputy president of the country? Yes or no? He was willing to do that, right?
Yes.
And if the path to being deputy president of the country in the 2029 election means him going in to be deputy president of the ANC. Why would that be
His
so impossible?
His constituency won't allow him to. And you wouldn't abandon a party that you built for so long, for over a decade, just to go back to the ANC for positions.
Once you're deputy president, you've got presidential benefits for life, the same way, what's our, the cat, Ikat.
Oh, Mr.
Mabusa. David Mabusa has. Yeah, and you've got all of those benefits. He doesn't enjoy those benefits currently.
But he can still work his way out somehow. I did an episode, a very interesting one with political analyst Prince Mashele, which it's gonna come out, I think, this week or next week, where he does say so. It's still very possible, which he has been predicting since before the elections, that Mr. Julius Malema can still make a deal with Paul Mashatile for him, Mr. Julius Malema, to be deputy president of the country while he's still leader of the EFF.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to leave the EFF and join the ANC.
But what's the point? Because we've already seen how the DA has become the ANC. All of a sudden, they're no longer challenging the thing, the Phala Phala case. So they're already part of the GNU. Who's the biggest minister in the ANC right now? Is it not Gauteng ANC of the Patriotic Alliance? He's the biggest ANC minister. He's promoting the ANC government.
Populism, yes.
It's an ANC government. It's an ANC-led government. He forms part of the ANC-led government. The person who hired him is the ANC president. Is he not forming part of the ANC in that way? So whether or not...
Oh, you mean in that way? So we're basically saying the
same thing. That's what I'm saying, is that it doesn't need to be formally via conference. But I see that as a pathway in. And he might want, to create an ambiguous situation, maybe a dual membership situation. The MK constitution allows that. The EFF is going into the NPA now towards the end of this year. So maybe there might be constitutional amendments in that regard as they decide, who their next leadership cohort is. But I don't see...
So you are saying that Mr. Julius Malema we could find out. He almost became president, by the way, a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you are saying that potentially he could be our president, because once he's DP, he stands a very big chance of becoming the president of the country.